Please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, Mr. Shire, Miss Carroll, Mrs. Rogers, Mrs. Lyon, Ms. Keough, Brother Hall, Class of 2023, family and friends. Welcome. My name is Erin Shepler, this year's Student Council Executive Board President. Please join me in prayer as we begin our graduation ceremony. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to come together as a community to celebrate the class of 2023. Thank you for the numerous blessings and friendships that have grown throughout the past 4 years. Blessings that have allowed the class of 2023 to flourish in faith, academics, athletics, and in all endeavors and friendships that have allowed us to grow in a multitude of ways. Thank you for the blessings of our loving families and friends who have watched us grow into the women we are today. The friends and family who have pushed us to strive for excellence in every task that we've taken on. Thank you for the faculty, staff, and administration who devote themselves to educating and empowering each and every one of their students. We are deeply grateful for their dedication to IHA and the values that they've instilled in our community. Thank you for helping them to instill Catholic values into our education. We thank you for the bonds of our sisterhood, along with fond memories of high school that we will bring with us into the next chapter of our lives. We thank you for each individual that has helped to create the legacy of the class of 2023. We pray for rising seniors and underclassmen that they may flourish in their years at IHA and create everlasting memories. We ask that you bless each graduate as we enter this next stage of our lives and provide us with guidance to enter as strong and empowered women. We pray for those who are not able to be here today, for family members that have already joined you in eternal grace, and that we may feel their presence today. We pray for those who are sick, alone, or in pain, and those who have no one else to pray for them. We pray to you, Lord, through the intercession of our Blessed Mother, as we say, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of death. Amen. Immaculate Heart of Mary, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Good morning, Mr. Schlereth, Miss Carroll, Mrs. Rogers, Mrs. Lang, Miss Kehoe, Brother Hall, faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. My name is Johanna Murphy, this year's salutatorian. It is my honor to welcome you all in celebrating Immaculate Heart Academy's class of 2023. This class is overflowing with hard workers, big thinkers, thoughtful leaders, and creative minds. It has been a wonderful privilege to be a member of such a class. I don't know how to convey the depths of my gratitude to be here with all of you and the IHA community at large, celebrating all that we've accomplished over the last 4 years together. Though I am grateful to have given such an opportunity to be on the stage and welcome you all, I was initially very apprehensive at the prospect of delivering such a speech. If you told my 14-year-old self that she would be up here, she'd have thought you were joking. I was one of those girls who, after we completed midterm examinations freshman year, thought happily to myself that high school was now 1/8 over. Now that it's officially 8/8 over, I can only feel a real sense of regret that I felt that way for so long. Though I am excited about what lies ahead, I wish I had appreciated my time here more while I was actually within my grasp, even during those difficult days of virtual or hybrid learning. 4 years ago, 2023 sounded like a somewhat fake year, an ill-defined future date to the finish line. However, when I walked out the door on the last day of school, I felt no different. Nothing felt like it had ended, because in truth, it hadn't. I realized that I will always be a part of this school. Some part of me will always be sitting in a classroom with colorful carpet, and in turn, the floors will remember the tread of our feet and the scuff of our school shoes, while the chairs will remember the texture of our kilts. Our laughs will still permeate the hallways, and our sweat will have seeped somewhere deep in the floors of the fitness center after one of Coach Williams' workouts. I think that if aliens excavated this school for research purposes in a million years, they'd still be able to detect the sugary sweet scent of Lockerwood chocolate chip cookies and see me anxiously awaiting to grab one. This school will always be an intrinsic part of me, and all of our contributions and successes will in turn always be part of the culture of IHA. While I was writing the speech, I realized the sheer amount of cherished memories I will now always hold with me, dearly and close to my heart. I want to thank all my classmates for sharing them with me, like the time we sat flabbergasted and silent the first time we heard the senior chant after Mass, to just a few weeks ago when we sang it loudly and proudly on the final day of school. I'll always remember my transformative experience at Midnight Run this year and dancing with you all at prom. I'll even cherish the less great memories, because they inevitably taught me something valuable. To our teachers, thank you for your infectious enthusiasm and your commitment to educating us. Thanks to your tireless efforts, I know I will leave this building prepared for the challenges college will inevitably bring. To our families, thank you for all your support and gratitude. We truly appreciate all that you have done to get us to this point. And finally, to the class of 2023, I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors, and I hope that our paths will cross again. Even after we walk across this stage, I will always think of you as my fellow Blue Eagles. Thank you again, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
We are very excited this morning to welcome Meg Kehoe back to IHA as graduation speaker. Meg, a graduate of the class of 2004, was a member of CARE, a Eucharistic minister, and in the National Honor Society. She made her stage debut in Funny Girl during her freshman year. She was on the dance competition team at In the Spotlight in Baldwin, around with the IHA varsity basketball team, cheering them on and filming their games. After graduation, Meg went off to Fordham University to major in communications and minor in business administration. After an internship at Jive Records, she held senior media relation roles at RCA Records for 14 years, where she developed and implemented the media campaigns for artists including Pink, Pentatonic, Kelly Clarkson, and many others. She was also an integral member of the campaigns for Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, G-Eazy, Cam, Backstreet Boys, Elle King, to name just a few. Meg was one of the leading architects of the label's external media storytelling, as well as handled the strategy for RCA's Grammy submissions, Clio Awards, CMA Awards, ACM Awards, among other initiatives. She was also a member of RCA's community leadership team, whose mission was to identify areas in the organization that require improvement, commit to change, and support staff in that process. Since July 2022, Meg Kehoe has held the position of Head of Media at Sony Music Nashville. In this role, she is responsible for the Sony Music Nashville media team, as well as oversees the press strategy for both SMN and its entire artist roster, and more specifically for the artists including Kane Brown, Luke Combs, Nate Smith, Corey Kent, and many, many more. Please give a very warm IHA welcome to our 2023 graduation speaker, Meg Kehoe.
To the faculty and staff at IHA, thank you so much for inviting me to speak to you all today. And to the class of 2023 and your families, congratulations, you did it. I'm humbled to say the least. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be standing here today. Really, never. When Mrs. Tweed reached out to me to give this commencement address, I think my response was, "What? Are you sure?" I really thought, what do I have to offer graduating seniors? There are so many perhaps more qualified people that could do this, and out of everyone in my family especially, I thought I would be the last person on the list. To give you a little background, my dad is in the Hall of Fame at Dumont High School for basketball. My brother played football at Bergen Catholic and is now one of the most passionate football coaches at St. Joe's Prep. My sister broke records in basketball and now teaches at Riverdale. And my grandfather has a list of accolades a mile long. Most impressively, my mom, class of 1964, was the first student body president here at IHA. They have all, in some way, shape, or form, made a significant impact on the youth in this community. I tell you all this because I've always felt I flew under the radar and didn't quite make as important of an impact. But as I started to write this speech, I realized that my opportunity for impact might actually be right now. As someone who can clearly see the benefit of an incredible upbringing, supportive family, and an outstanding education, I would love to share with you the lessons I realize are so deeply ingrained into me. These lessons that have empowered me to follow my passion and stand here before you as someone who loves what I do. And I can only hope to inspire you to appreciate these last 4 years and also use them as a springboard to go forward and follow your dreams. To say IHA prepared me for the next phases of my life is an understatement. I always thought we had it harder than the boys' schools, but man, I'm sure glad we did, because IHA prepared me to face the challenges life was going to throw at me. Looking back, it was never about the perfect grades or being the most involved. For me, it was more about learning how to create a piece of work that I cared about and was proud to present. And that's something I've had to do time and time again, both in college and in the music industry. From the teachers to the staff to the women I went through school with, each gave me a sense of purpose and confidence that surfaced over time and became so much a part of who I am. I have always loved music, from my days as an NSYNC and Britney Spears fan to the love of country music. I have always been a fan. I could stand here and tell you about all the fun times I've had at the Grammy parties, actually getting to work with some of my favorite artists, or how Pink actually does acrobatics and sings at the same time. But as I mentioned, it really is, at the risk of sounding a bit cheesy, about the journey and the lessons I've learned along the way. So I thought perhaps it might be more useful for you to hear some of the things that helped me to get where I am now. And also, I really have no idea how Pink manages to fly through the air without missing a note. She's an anomaly. So here's my top 5. There is power in passion. My grandfather drilled in my head as a little girl, you have to have a passion in life. Everyone's passion is different, and that's what makes this world so beautiful. But if you aren't living and breathing for that passion, what does it all really mean in the end? I loved music, so I went into the music industry. What do you love? What's your passion? Follow that. Surround yourself with people who bring positive energy to your life. I tended to focus on the negative growing up, and what a waste that was. Find your people who will lift you up, inspire you, challenge you, and make a positive change in your life. Be accountable for yourself. You and you alone are accountable for your actions. No matter how much networking you do or the connections you have, if you do not put in the hard work, someone else who does will take your spot. Fight for you and what's right. Pink once wrote, "You can't move mountains by whispering." Don't stay silent. Fight for what you believe and deserve. Be bold. Allow yourself to be uncomfortable and challenge others. That's what causes conversation, and without conversation, you can't make a change. And in the spirit of the series finale of Ted Lasso, be curious and not judgmental. While your opinion matters, it is not the only one. It might not even be the right one or the best one. Be open-minded, listen intently, learn and understand, and be ready to change course if needed. This will only help you become the leader you are destined to be. To the parents, siblings, extended family, and friends here supporting our graduates today, thank you for exemplifying unconditional support. Continue to support these incredible women in what they do. I would not be here today without my family and friends pushing me to do what I wanted to do and dreamed to do. Some of mine are here with me today, and I am forever grateful because while I've had many great successes, they were also here to pick me up in the challenging times. As you heard earlier, I was fortunate enough to work with global superstar Pink. I cannot express to you how much she has inspired and changed some of my perceptions about life. She's such a genuine person who is using her platform to make change and leave this world a better place. I could really spend this entire speech quoting some of the things she taught me, but I will leave you with this one that I saw on the day I was asked to give this speech. She recently was on the cover of Women's Health magazine and was quoted saying, "I don't see limits. I don't see the end of the road. I just see it as a place to start building." I can tell you with certainty that I had no idea where my life would go almost 20 years ago when I sat in her seat. And I still don't know where it will go from here. How exciting is that? So graduates, while this may be the end of one part of your journey, this, right here, right now, is the place you start building the next. Don't stop or see limits, just pivot and find your true path. You'll know the way, and when you get lost, follow your passion and turn to the people who have loved and supported you this far, and start over. Every person has their own path. Find yours, own it, and thrive. Believe in yourself, and the world will follow. I'm so thankful and honored to be able to speak with you all today. I wish you all success and happiness as you become the very best versions of yourself and start building and leaning into the lives you're destined to lead. To the class of 2023, fly high, soar. Soar higher, you got this.
The following students have successfully completed the required curriculum to earn a diploma from Immaculate Heart Academy. We would ask that you please hold your applause until the last person in each row is called. The first 16 graduates today are Immaculate Heart Academy legacies. Last year, we started a new tradition of having their mothers escort them on stage and present their daughters with their diplomas. Maria Grace Burns, Faith D'Alessandro, Julia Nicole DiVirgilio, Lauren Haley Linares Gray, Chelsea Jean Lapp, Annabella Adia Martino, Madison Ray McKay, Kate Menike. Megan Elise Minogue. Olivia Grace Morrison. Emma Faye Portilla. Mary Catherine Sweeney. Olivia Jane Ciccone. Olivia Tui. Kira Rose Vicini. Lily Grace Wilmot. Anais Karina Aguero. Marissa Rose Albert. Jordan Elise Allen. Josephine Nicole Amerio. Megan Wendy Anderson. Jacqueline Olivia Angione. Julia Grace Arancibia. Isabella Asensio. Shaylin Helena Howard. Brody Augustinson. Christina Ann Teresa Augustin. Maria Marie Rose Baldwin. Elizabeth Lena Villado. Erin Brunda. Emma Grace Burgess. Kristen Elizabeth Callie. Grace Casson. Abby Elizabeth Pavlov. Preston Shazuli. Ariana Maria Chen. Brianna Kojin. Isabella Maria Condi. Maria Simone Content. Caitlin Coughlin. Grace Ellen Coughlin. Rose Coulter. Rose Christina Cotrera. Catherine Joan Cunningham. Elizabeth Grace Gatita. Olivia Dable. Carrie Elizabeth Dahl, Riley Alexa Darden. Catherine Dean, Ariana DeMarco, Caitlin DeMartini, Abigail Deal, Emma DeLane, Ava Paige DeMayo, Sherry Rose DeSanza, Emma Rose Natalie Doran, Leah Dumont, Lauren Ann Dunnigan, Erin Bergeron, Amber Elizabeth Estevez, Charlotte Catherine Naomi Carson, Lauren Grace Vicon, Carly Rose Fitzsimmons, Lindsay Ford, Caitlin Maureen Fritz, Isabella Galan, Alexandria Gallagher, Jessica Gerber, Grace Florence Gerhardstein, Jenna Lily Giose, Madeline Gilson, Catherine Rose Goldstein, Alexa Ray Rigalunas, Emma Caitlin Hanlon, Noelle Haskell, Brianna Hayes, Molly McCumian, Liana Amber Hell, Maya Frances Hickey. Natalia Christine Udak. Cara Emma Ignacio. Veronica Ann Jack. Emily Jamrod. Caroline Jacqueline Joel. Luana Grace Johnson. Ariana Kalaj. Grace Hannah Kelleher. Amy Patricia Kenny. Madison Clapp. Bella Buda. Samantha Grace Landolfi. Olivia Ann Myden. Layla Tan Lebanon. Natalia Rose Laporto. Allison Rose Lynch. Natalia Lynn McGlisson. Darlena Sophia McAlka. Judith Matthew. Maria Susan Matthew. Juliana Matina. Johanna McCarthy. Sienna McHugh. Hayden Everest McIntyre. Cody McLeese. Sophie May Mendolia. Claire Malahi. Brianna Malahi. Johanna Murphy. Ava Nazamento. Lali Fiona Nelson. Melanie Jacqueline Vizier. Michaela Grace Liza. Sophia Ann Noriega. Annalie Nina Nurmanen. Daniela Grace Osorio. Elizabeth Hanio Charakos. Mia Pecora. Natalia Rain Peterson. Magdalene Pierre Louis. Grayson Scott Pisa. Alyssa Star Mary Pisani. Danielle Piscatelli. Nadia Victoria Porta. Grace Elizabeth Basilico. April Ramsey. Antonina Randazzo. Karina Ann Rios. Casey Marie Roberts. Isabella Michelle Rossi. Sophia Claire Rowell. Francesca Lucia Russo. Layla Samadine Rijo. Carolyn Grace Sant. Emma Hayes Salud. Maeve Ann Sayre. Julia Elaine Schuss. Olivia Seiler. Alicia Serrano. Harley Sheehan. Elizabeth Shepard. Maya Luz Soto. Mary Mildred Stoker. Jessica Rose Sunland. Brooklyn Amina Thomas. Willow Taylor Thomas. Noel Urbania. Angelina Vinci. Juliette Whitting. Amanda Dusa. Margot Lauren Eson. Mackenzie Petra Zaitchak. Congratulations to the Immaculate Academy. We ask that these graduates please come forward when their name is called. Congratulations are extended to Kate S. Menike, valedictorian of class of 2023. Congratulations are extended to Johanna Halloran Murphy, salutatorian of the class of 2023. The Academic Excellence Award is presented to the student who has evidenced intellectual achievement and promise in her studies at Immaculate Heart Academy. The Academic Excellence Award for 2023 is presented to Emma Mary Delaney. Who has demonstrated the outstanding qualities of leadership and service to the IHA community. The Sister Beatrice Ryan Award, a plaque, and a check for $500 is presented to Emma Caitlin Hamlin. The Gospel of Luke beautifully tells the story of Elizabeth, who experienced myriad
disappointments in her life, but never lost her faith in God. Despite her own struggles, Elizabeth rejoices in the news of her cousin Mary, and so becomes the perfect illustration of a woman of valor, who makes it her mission to advocate and support the achievements and blessings of other women. This award is presented by Ms. Carroll, Mrs. Lang, and Mrs. Shutra in honor of the culture of women's empowerment they've come to love at IHA. Rarely is the need for a companion of the spirit as necessary as when one is tasked with the pressures to study, serve, and succeed as you are as a high school student. The award, a plaque, and a check for $500 is presented to a young woman who has exemplified the importance of championing other young women and embodies the paradigm of companion rather than competition in the model of St. Elizabeth. This year, the Visitation Award is presented to Madison Ray McKay. And their daughter Lauren, class of 2017, in memory of Lauren's aunt and godmother who passed away in 2018. A trust fund has been established, and it is intended that this award be presented annually to a young woman who exemplifies the qualities of leadership, service, a love of family, and deep Christian values. The Mary Ann Molinari Memorial Award, a plaque, and a check for $1,000 is presented to Megan Elise Minot. Of 2004. It is the intention of the family that this award be presented to a student who exemplifies the qualities so loved in Carrie Ann. The respect of faculty and her peers, character and integrity, and a kind and gentle spirit. The Carrie Ann Della Pinto Award, a plaque, and a check for $500 is presented to Michaela Grace Nizza. Were both dedicated faculty members who worked tirelessly for the good of IHA. It is the intention of Ms. Sellers that this award be presented to a student who has demonstrated a sharing of the gift of music with her local faith community. The Marie Sellers and Dorothy Savarese Memorial Award, a plaque, and a check for $500 is presented to Layla Tan Lavana. Jeffrey, a loving father, son, and brother who died suddenly in April of 2010. Jeffrey was generous with his gifts of time and talent, loved sports, and always demonstrated outstanding citizenship, sportsmanship, and loyalty to his family and friends. This award is presented annually to the student who has demonstrated characteristics much like Jeffrey's. The Jeffrey E. Silver Memorial Award, a plaque, and a check for $500 is presented to Ava Bella Nazimento. The Catherine Larkin Memorial Award was established by Sheila Ann Heffron, class of 80, Megan Heffron, class of 78, in memory of their grandmother, Catherine Larkin, who passed away in March of 2000. Catherine Larkin served as an inspiration to Sheila and Megan and their family and was a woman of deep wisdom, positive spirit, and virtue. The recipient of this award has demonstrated leadership and character and exemplifies the personal qualities of Catherine Larkin. The award, a plaque, and a check for $1,000 is presented to April Ramsey. Gonzalo Salerno and her husband Peter, in memory of Tracy's sister Karen, IHA's class of 1985, who died of cancer on May 11, 2001. It is the intention of the family that this award be presented to a student who personifies the qualities so loved in Karen: academic achievement, character and integrity, a kind, gentle, and fun-loving spirit, and an interest in medicine as a career. The Karen Cavallo Memorial Scholarship, a plaque, and a check for $2,500 is presented to Brooklyn Amina Talman. Presented to honor a student of outstanding character who inspires others to strive for excellence by working to the best of her ability. The award, a plaque, and a check for $500 is presented to Grayson Scott Isa. Memorial Award, established by the Suarez family and IHA soccer alumni, honors Marissa, a loving daughter, granddaughter, sister, aunt, and godmother who died suddenly in December of 2016. Marissa was an extremely talented athlete who had a zest for life, an engaging and caring personality, and found great joy in the camaraderie and friendship of her teammates. Marissa always demonstrated outstanding sportsmanship while competing at the highest level with her signature smile. This award is presented annually to a student who has demonstrated characteristics much like Marissa. The Marissa A. Suarez Award, a plaque, and a check for $500 is presented to Noelle Haskell. Denise was diagnosed with a genetic autoimmune disease immediately after graduating college in 1994. At the time, there was no cure for her disease. However, due to the progression of medical science and technology, medications were able to extend her life eventually long enough for her to have a liver transplant. These medical advancements were made by people who invested their time and talents in STEM. The advances realized in the research for autoimmune diseases led to extending her life an additional 21 years. It is the intention of the Gardner family that this award will encourage a talented young woman to pursue her education in STEM fields. This award is presented to a student who has demonstrated outstanding achievement in the study of STEM subjects. The Denise Gardner Memorial Award, a plaque, and a check for $1,000 is presented to Jessica Rose Sunland. Mother of Kaylee, class of 2015, Riley, class of 2018, and Joni, class of 2019, and their brother Deke, Bergen Catholic, class of 2013. Tammy died in December 2020 from COVID-19. Tammy was the most loving mother and always put her family first, especially her children. This award is presented to a student who exemplifies the qualities of outstanding potential, overwhelming compassion for others, and an unrivaled zest for life. The Tammy Messidorian Memorial Award, a plaque, and a check for $1,000 is presented to Mary Catherine Sweeney. The Herb Oberle Memorial Award has been established by the Jane, former IHA faculty member, Dennis, former IHA consultative board member, and grandfather to Kelly, IHA class of 1993, Scott and Chris, St. Joseph Regional classes of 2002 and 2005. Herb was a fierce supporter of Catholic education and the Blue Eagle and Green Knight athletic programs. He proudly attended his grandchildren's games and remained a fan long after they graduated. This award is presented to the student who exemplifies many of his favorite qualities in a person: sportsmanship, drive, and academic achievement. The Herb Overly Memorial Award, a plaque and a check for $1,000 is presented to Olivia Jane Tacconi. Michael was a cherished uncle to Megan, class of 2007, Kristen, class of 2009, and Caroline, class of 2013. It is the intention of the family that this award is presented to a student who typifies and consistently exhibits the qualities so loved in Michael: service to the community, generosity, integrity, and loyalty to family and friends. The Michael Thomas Noon Memorial Award, a plaque and a check for $1,000, is presented to Olivia Grace Morrison. The Joe Amen Memorial Award is given in memory of Joe Amen, who succumbed to cancer in 2016. Joe was the beloved husband of Kimberly Patton Esquire and father of Marissa Amen, class of 2018. This award is presented to a woman of intelligence, integrity, outstanding moral character, dedication to service, and an interest in pursuing law or government as a career. The Joseph Amen Memorial Award, a plaque, a check for $1,000, and a paid summer internship at the Patton Law Firm is presented to Allison Rose Lynch. Demonstrated initiative and leadership, Christian involvement and commitment, honesty and integrity as a Christian woman, and who has given up herself cheerfully and generously. This award is presented to the student who, in the view of the administration and faculty, most exemplifies the characteristics expected of an IHA graduate. The award, a plaque, and a check for $3,000 is presented to Lauren Haley Linares Gray.
Customary for the school president to say a few words on behalf of the faculty and staff to the graduating class. So, class of 2023, today you leave Immaculate Heart Academy as educated, formed, and well-prepared young women who are ready to meet the challenges that lay before them. Today is the culmination of 4 years of hard work and of a lifetime of love and support from your families and friends. If you think back to your freshman year, you might recall me telling you that IHA is a sisterhood, and that a sisterhood is only as strong as its members. What that means is that while you leave these hallowed hallways prepared to perform well academically, you also leave knowing that you have the unwavering support of close to 11,000 alumni whom you join today as graduates of Immaculate Heart Academy. Rather than leaving high school with just good time management and study skills, you young women are leaving knowing that you have permanently and profoundly changed this institution. You have made IHA stronger because a sisterhood is only as strong as its members. Being part of a family like you've been here means that you matter. Your gifts, your talents, your ideas, they all help shape the future of this institution. Your legacy will remain at IHA long after you exit the gym today. This permanent legacy was perhaps never more recognizable than it was on your last day of school this past year, when you ushered in a real and lasting change to our school culture. The profound spirit of gratitude you, as the class of 2023, exhibited as you prayed at our send-off service, spent time in your last classes, and exited the building during the clap-out was truly culture-changing. Many of you left in tears, hugging teachers as well as one another, and expressing thank yous out loud before you walked out. A pretty impressive day for a bunch of 18-year-olds on their last day of high school. It was in those moments that it became clear you weren't just leaving with the ability to do calculus or to write DBQs. You were leaving with the lived experience of having impacted a culture and having risen to meet the challenges that were presented to you. You taught your sisters behind you what leaving a place they love should look like, how gratitude is lived out, and how to take IHA and get everything you possibly can from it. In fact, as our first class returning to the building after COVID-19 as freshmen, your class met the changing tides of the world with poise and with grace. You have taught us all what resilience looks like, what finding the good looks like, and how to live our lives open to change. You, as the class of 2023, came full circle with that same spirit on your last day at Immaculate Heart. You found beauty and opportunity in the change to the kind of last day that students should have here. You were open to praying together as a community, inspiring your younger sisters, and leaving here truly grateful for the ways IHA has helped you grow. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the viral social media trend, things that just make sense. For those of you who aren't, in this trend, the poster takes us on a tour of their workplace, their home, or their college, and shows us a number of things that just make sense in that particular place, although they might not make any sense in a different context. So bear with me as I leave you with just a few things in the IHA class of 2023 that just make sense. Things like children's cartoon backpacks on 18-year-olds, not knowing where your locker is, even as a senior, showing up in huge numbers to support your sisters as part of the Eagle's Nest, nominating your sisters to be Women's History honorees, serving others, cheating at musical chairs, really, really poor lip sync performances, excellence in athletics, roller skating on the stage in the school musical, making a seat and a space for everyone in the cafeteria, and my favorite, SCO-E's. So class of 2023, the bottom line is that you are women who just make sense as part of the Immaculate Heart Academy story. You are meant to be here at this moment in history, and we are all better for it. Your grit has inspired us to be more resilient. Your overwhelming sense of gratitude for the IHA experience has shown the women behind you how special a place IHA can be, and hopefully taught them to embrace everything that comes with 4 years of high school. Your undying support of one another has left this place stronger than you found it. I hope you know deeply, today and every day, that IHA is better because of each and every one of you. I am also certain that IHA is not the last place each of you will impact in this way. You will go forward from here to meet new challenges, new cultural shifts, and new problems. But I know you will meet them with the class, the joy, and the gratitude that we witnessed on your last day of class. And just like you did here at IHA, we know you will leave the world far better than you found it. We cannot wait to see what incredible things you achieve. Congratulations again to the class of 2023.
Mrs. Lang, Ms. Keough, Brother Hall, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the reason you're here today, my fellow graduates. Our time at IHA has come to a close, and I'm so hopeful for all of our futures. I'd like to begin by telling everyone a little bit about myself. My name is Kate Menike, and I've been a competitive gymnast for 10 years. I'm the president of Alpha Theta, I'm an accents editor, I'm a member of various other honor societies and clubs, and I'm very honored to be speaking in front of you all as your valedictorian. It feels like such a short time ago that I started attending IHA. The 4 years of high school sped past, but left beautiful memories in their wake. As freshmen and new additions to the school, we were thrust into the beautiful sisterhood of IHA. We met teachers, joined clubs and sports teams, and started to develop deep and lasting friendships that will undoubtedly last for years to come. Then, at the end of freshman year, and for much of sophomore year, our lives were disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the difficulties brought on during this time, our class only grew stronger. Not being able to see each other every day, and having to try to follow a Mr. O chem lab that you could only watch as he demonstrated, helped us develop resilience and an even greater desire to succeed and learn. I know that these experiences will help the class of 2023 in the future and help us to be driven adults in our respective fields. Junior year is traditionally painted as the most difficult year of high school. It is filled with challenging classes and the true beginning of the college process. However, our class pushed through this year by leaning on each other and our teachers for help. It was also a happy time, since so many of the things we were accustomed to returned. We were able to enjoy ourselves, so we were not just being crushed by the wave of new AP classes or college searching. Events such as junior prom again got us thinking about how special the sisterhood at IHA is. Throughout that night and our whole time here, we could feel the support of all of our fellow classmates. Senior year was a bittersweet time. It was a year of lasts, but we lived in the moment while having high hopes for the future. College admissions were broken up by senior activities to bring lightness and connectivity to a stressful time. Mr. Millard often referenced our free time, and we were able to use these precious and sometimes scarce moments to have fun with our friends and relish this last year of high school. This year especially, I have made memories with the class of 2023 that will last forever. I would also like to take a moment to more closely examine the powerful culture of sisterhood at IHA. IHA is a unique school due to the fact that every student is able to find some place in which they fit into the culture of the school. Someone you may have had one class with freshman year and immediately struck up a strong friendship with, or someone you only became really close to after a couple of years, can both turn into the most valuable and supportive friend you will ever have. Similarly, some girls may find purpose and contentment in a large group of friends, while others may prefer a few close friendships. Both of these options and everything in between can yield meaningful relationships after we leave these halls. So many aspects of the school will stick with me in the future. All of these things might seem insignificant, but I know that I will truly miss locker break cookies next year. On top of the more mundane things, I will also miss the larger fun events that we have shared together as a class. Regardless of what your particular favorite IHA memory is, whether it be prom, pep rallies, or the senior talent show, you can look back fondly on your time here. My favorite smaller IHA memory is figuring out labs in physics. It does not seem exciting, but it was one of my favorite classes. I am very grateful for all I learned in my physics classes because it helped inspire me to want to become an engineer. My favorite larger IHA memory is junior prom. It was such a fun experience, and it was so nice to have it after the couple of years when the event could not be held. Despite the different scopes of these memories, they are both very meaningful events during my time here. During college, we will all get the opportunity to make new memories and see new places, maybe even living in another country or many states away. I hope our new memories will add to the collection of positive ones from here at IHA. Like me, I know all of you have been able to get involved in IHA in your own ways. Everyone brings something crucially important to the school by the sheer virtue of their individuality. I am sure this year's class will produce great thinkers, artists, athletes, musicians, mathematicians, teachers, and quite a large number of extremely accomplished adults. To the athletes, continue to find inspiration in your sports. And even if you are no longer practicing those sports in college, take the lessons of teamwork and diligence that IHA sports teams have taught you into the future. These values are vital in all areas of life. To the artists, bring your creative spirit that was fostered at IHA with you to college. Being able to look at the world with openness and capturing its beauty is a precious skill that will help you to succeed later on. To the musicians and actors, make the world your stage. Take your talents and make the most of them, or adapt them to fill new roles in your lives. To the academics, continue to seek knowledge. You will have so many opportunities to keep learning in college and in the future. Apply yourself, and take the discipline and academic skills you learned at IHA to be the basis for your future studies. To the travelers, explore the world and make new memories. Foster your curiosity, but never forget all those memories from IHA. To those who do not yet know what they want to do in life, that is okay. It is not a requirement to have your whole life planned as a teenager. Explore your options and find your passion. I know it's out there. The foundations built at IHA through reading check quizzes, essays, and engaging discussions with both teachers and classmates have given you all you need to succeed in various ways and roles. The hard work that we have all put in at IHA will help inspire us to do the same later. As Vince Lombardi said, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. I would also like to thank the many people that have been influential in my life and supported me throughout my high school career. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always supporting me and believing in my dreams. I could not have done it without you. Thank you to the rest of my family and friends for being there when I needed them. Thank you to the teachers at IHA for teaching me invaluable lessons, both about life and academics. And finally, thank you to the entire class of 2023 for making high school time I'll always look back on with fondness. I would like to end by saying that places and people come and go. We all know that we will never see some of the people around us again, and that is okay. The memories and shared experiences we have had will last forever. Also, never forget all the people in your life that have helped you along the way. In the wise words of Gary Bolting, your families are extremely proud of you. You can't imagine the sense of relief they're experiencing. This would be a most opportune time to ask for money. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.